At E3, the first official WWE 2K16 details were released. Not much has been said so far, however we do know the first 6 superstars that are going to be in the game, and they are the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Bad News Barrett, Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor from NXT and the Diva Paige. Now so far not much else has been said, although there is a few of the details which were confirmed at E3 through Q&A, although not officially released as of yet. Although it hasn't officially been confirmed yet, during a Q&A at E3 it was revealed that Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, The Undertaker, Rusev, Sheamus, Randy Orton, Tyson Kidd, Cesaro, Heath Slater, Zack Ryder, Fernando and a few others will also be on the roster in the game, which would make sense because they are all current WWE superstars. It's also said that the 2K Showcase mode is set to make a comeback. It was debuted last year in 2K15, although this time there's apparently going to be 7 showcases in total, including DLC, bringing the total matches to about 63. The showcases will focus on one superstar rather than individual rivalries. If you remember last year, they had the John Cena vs CM Punk, Triple H vs Shawn Michaels, etc. This year they are going to focus on individual superstars, and one of them is apparently going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. And the good news is Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler are back on commentary for those. And during the Q&A that I mentioned at E3, a few more things were revealed, mainly to do with the moves that are going to be in the game, and they also possibly confirm a few of the superstars to be in the game, such as Kevin Owens. His pop-up powerbomb move is going to be in the game with a catch and finisher variation, which if that is true does confirm Kevin Owens to be in the game. Seth Rollins' facelock DDT and his Phoenix Splash is revealed to be in the game. A new variation of the Dirty Deeds, so a new animation for that's due to be in the game, as well as a new spear animation for Roman Reigns. There's said to be a total of 6 F5 variations and 7 spears in total. There's a new shooting star press animation in the game. There's a few OMG moments that are brand new, including the Sister Abigail into the ring post that Bray Wyatt does, powerbomb into the Minitron, running senton from the apron, a powerbomb onto a ladder, which you've seen a few times in WWE television, and most recently it happened a couple of times during the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which was last Sunday. And there's going to be a few more tag team finishes, including Kidd and Cesaro's swinging a dropkick finishing move that they do use and have won quite a few matches with. Eva Marie is said to have a comical moveset, whatever that means, I'm not entirely sure, but it's going to be comical either way. Rey Mysterio, as you will know, left WWE about a year ago. His specific moves have now been removed from the game. There's a few other guys that are going to have some specific moves, such as Finn Balor's Coup de Grace or Coup de Grace, I don't know how it's pronounced, and also his running dropkick into the turnbuckle. And it's also said that the New Day are going to have their tag team moves implemented into the game also. And as well as the superstars that I mentioned earlier on, it's also said that Tyler Breeze, Kevin Owens and Finn Balor, as he's already been confirmed, are set to be in the game. So far 3 NXT people have been revealed to be in the game, although not officially confirmed. And when it comes to the NXT Divas, it's said there's going to be 6 in total. As you remember, there was about 5 or 6 from NXT last year. So if there's going to be 6 Divas, it's going to be at least the same amount of NXT guys are going to be on the roster also. In terms of legends, it's said that Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan and The Rock are going to be in the game, which would make sense, especially with the 7 2K showcases. If they're focused on individuals, it will more than likely be legends such as Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan and The Rock. In terms of divas, as I've already said, Paige is confirmed to be in the game, but Alyssa Fox, Eva Marie, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Natalya, Naomi and Summer Rae are also said to be in the game. Now, a few other things were revealed at E3, although not officially confirmed yet, but I am going to take these as fact because a lot of them do make sense and do seem likely to be in the game. The championship belts are being fixed to limit on the over-the-shoulder and around the waist issues. They have had a lot of issues over the coming years with the animations. It was shown in a photo that Cesaro was motion captained with the World Heavyweight belt over his shoulder. It's also said Renee Young's going to be doing voiceovers in the game, which would make sense because she does a lot of the backstage work in WWE on TV. Cesaro, as I've already said, Matt Sydal, who you'll know as Evan Bourne in WWE, and MVP, a former WWE superstar, current TNA superstar, was some of the people that were doing motion capture for the game. It's said that 35 plus titles are going to make it in the game. you always see that there's many variations titles from over the years. You get all the WWE Championships, the different variations of Intercontinental, tag titles, etc. So they're all set to make a comeback. There's going to be about 35 or so in the game. And the creator wrestler slots have been up to between 50 and 80 for the current gen consoles. And there was a big commotion about the limited amount of slots. I think it was 20 in the Xbox One and PS4 version, which annoyed a lot of people, especially the people that like to create wrestlers and then build up a current roster, because I think the roster gets cut at about March or so, and if someone isn't on the roster at that time, they usually don't make it into the game. So a lot of people tend to create them and share them online. A lot of people were a bit annoyed last year that there was so few spaces, but it's said to be between 50 and 80 now, so that should keep people happy. And then in terms of entrances, Roman Reigns will go down the stairs in his entrance, but apparently his entrance pales in comparison to Seth Rollins. I don't exactly know what that means, but I'm sure videos will start to emerge over the coming months. 2 new OMG moments have been confirmed. As I've already said, the powerbomb through the ladder is going to be in the game, and also Seth Rollins has exclusive OMG, which is believed to be the curb stomp through the cinder block, which he used to take out Orton and Ambrose earlier in the year on TV. And speaking of Seth Rollins, J&J Security are apparently going to be non-playable characters, although they might get made into playable characters later on. I'm not entirely sure, but so far they are said to be non-playable. Also, mixed tag team matches make their way back into 2K16. They were removed last year, and a few people were annoyed by it. It's not a sort of match that happens very often, but it's still nice to have that variation and be able to implement it into your universe modes and sort of have a bit more of a unique story going on. And as I've already said, 6 NXT Divas are set to make the debut with their rival attires. In terms of weapons, they are going to be generally the same, although the motions have been redone, and apparently the guitar is going to make a return. The weapon that we haven't seen in the game for a while, but it hasn't really been seen on TV either, so no one's really missed it, but it's going to make its return anyway. No custom music is going to be available in the game like it was last year. You couldn't put your own theme songs on like you've been able to do over years. They stopped it last year. It's going to be the same this year, but 2K are starting to do live updates, which will mean that if in the game the Superstar or Diva changes the theme, 2K will update the game to match it. So, like in 2K15, the Shield all have the Shield entrance and the Shield music, but if this was in 2K16, they would have their new theme musics to match the current WWE product. Hopefully they can do it with attires as well. I'm not entirely sure whether they'll be able to do it, but if they could, that would be really good, because I know a lot of sport games, especially the NBA ones, do update the stats and the ties and stuff like that over time. So if they could do that with the current WWE product, that would be great, but whether we'll see it this year or not, I'm not entirely sure. But the live updates with theme songs is a good start anyway. And it's also said that the WrestleMania entrance ramp will remain the same, but it will look larger in scope. And speaking of pay-per-view arenas, they will look exactly the same as they have done on the TV pay-per-views, which is really, really good. That they are going to keep the arenas true to life. So the game and the actual product is going to be very similar and very realistic. And speaking of arenas, the arena editor is apparently going to be coming back in some shape or form, although it's not officially confirmed yet. As I said, these are all purely speculation, although they were kind of confirmed at E3, although 2K haven't officially said these are going to be in the game. But I think the details are confirmed enough that I will treat these as facts. I will say these features all will be in the game, although things can change over time. But that is about all we know so far for WWE 2K16. It launches October 27th, which is the same date as Halo 5. So it's going to be interesting to see how WWE 2K16 sells in comparison to Halo 5. I know Halo 5 will dwarf it, but whether 2K16 will suffer on the basis of Halo 5 being released on the same day, I'm not entirely sure. I'll be picking up both games. 2K16, like the other WWE games, are always high on my list. I try to get them on release day. I got 2K15 on release day. I plan on getting 2K16 on release day and Halo 5, but I will be doing a lot of videos on 2K16 on my other channel, which is Silent Oblivion 903. I do a lot of 2K15 stuff at the minute. I've done all the 2K showcases. I do pay-per-view predictions, although I'm normally wrong. I'm not very good at doing predictions. And I have a universe mode which goes on every Monday for Raw, every Thursday for SmackDown, and every whenever the pay-per-view Sundays fall. The date that the pay-per-view is on in real life is the date my pay-per-view is on. So check it out. It goes every Monday and Thursday, as I've said. So it's about 9 times a month. Extras if you include in the recent Elimination Chamber pay-per-views and that. But as you can see, my channel is very dedicated to WWE, and it will continue through 2K16's release. And that brings me to the end of the video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in the next DLC gaming video. So till next time, guys, bye for now.